Hey, what's up everybody? It's Blake Daly here and we're at Seafoam Suites. I've given my wife the impossible task of getting this done by the end of March. It's now the 19th of March, so I figured we'd walk through, check out the unit, see where we're at with some of our CapEx projects that are still going on. So let's go check out this first unit. All right, so this is one of our 2-bedroom units. We found out on our other property behind the breeze, these rent really well. So got your walk into your living room here. You've got your kitchenette that's very functional. Got the 20-inch apartment size stove, apartment size fridge, and then right here to my left we'll have a little coffee bar with the microwave and Keurig, the K-cups, all that good stuff. Actually, there it is right there. And here we've got two bunk beds. Full over full, so we can fit more heads in beds, up the nightly rate a little bit as you can fit more people in here. We've got the one queen bed in here, 1 bedroom, and then the bathroom, that vintage yellow tile. You gotta love it. So this is one of our 2-bedroom units. Like I was saying, at our other property, they have our strongest demand. About tripped right there, but I saved it. So these rent for anywhere from 150 to about 220 to 230 a night. Probably kind of in the middle of that, being in the range on the weekends, and on the weekdays they'll be more around 150, 160. Then over here we've got 2 big studios, units 7 and 8. They're kind of just mirror images of each other. And here we've got 2 queen beds and a kitchenette like you just saw. So this one opens up to a much more open space than the 2-bedroom unit. So we'll have a dining table right here. Obviously the fridge will be pushed back in. We'll have a stove that's stainless and black that matches. And then your coffee bar will be right here along this wall. So your kitchen area and dining area will be much more open and functional in here, but you don't have like the luxury of 2 bedrooms. But these will still rent really well. They'll probably be in the 130 to 140 range weekday, and probably up to the high 100s for our weekend nights. July will probably push these things into the 200s per night. And then you just got your full bathroom in there. So right here we have one of our basic studios. This is more typical of a hotel size room. So you have 2 queen beds in here, no kitchen in this one. So we'll just have a coffee bar and a mini fridge here, and a TV mounted on the wall with a swivel rack, so you don't put it right in front of these windows here and be squinting while you try to watch TV. So obviously we still got a lot of work to do. We got the headboards to go in, TVs to get mounted, stuff to get assembled, but we're working along it. Then you got your full bathroom with a stand-up shower in here. And these again working from like our highest nightly rate units with the 2 bedrooms, kind of working our way back to the big studios with the kitchenettes. This one kind of falls in that line. It'd be a little bit cheaper per night, maybe 120 during the weekdays, maybe up to the high 100s on a weekend maybe. So give people different options and price points to come stay at Seafoam, so we can be really appealing to families, single travelers, couples coming to the beach, which is literally right across the street. So allows us to capture a lot of different demand points. This is one of our, it's a 1-bedroom. It's almost kind of set up like a studio with this wall here. We've got a full couch in here to kind of fill out the space. We've got the kitchenette as well, and these will probably rent similar to the other studios that have 2 bedrooms in them, or 2 beds. This one has 1 bed, so it'll be sleep 2 people, maybe a third on the couch if we set up the listing that way. Because we have less heads and beds, but more amenities, it'll kind of be at that same price point range. To have more function if people come for extended stays or come for a week for vacation or spring break, which we hope to be open by, but that is not working out. So you can see behind, all this was planned to be done by now, but we've had so much rain the last 2 weeks. They keep digging up this trench and they'll just wash all the sand back in there. They've got to re-dig it. So fingers crossed, no more rain so we can get finished up in the next couple of days on the sewer connection. Got another one of these, that same layout, but there's no wall, so this actually is a studio. It's got that same kind of kitchenette. You'll have your mini fridge. You got those 2 burner stove tops. There's no oven, but you can still cook and make some light meals and have a full stay here. Got room for the dining table because it's all open, a little bit more functional space. And then we've got our big boy, which is like our bungalow house or our honeymoon, whatever it is. This one used to be the old manager's unit. So they lived in this unit, and actually they had a hole in this wall going through here into two more of those studios to open up their space. We closed off those walls, created more rentable units. And this one has a full kitchen, big living room, combined open living dining. It's got a back door that goes out to the deck. So it's got a nice enclosed deck with an 8-foot privacy fence around it. It's all torn up right now because that's where one of the septic tanks is that we are replacing. But once we get all the deck back in place, we'll have some nice outdoor furniture, maybe a little propane fire pit, some hanging lights to really create a mood and atmosphere out of that space. You know, spend all day at the beach, soak up the sun, come back, sit by a nice fire, and enjoy your evening. And then in here, we've got a really big bedroom, so we'll have 2 queen beds in here. The idea is to get more heads in beds. You know, 2 couples could rent this space, or a family, mom and dad and 2 kids can all have a place to sleep with 2 queen beds. And you've got your full bathroom here off of the bedroom. All right, so that's all of our unit types. The ones we didn't get into is our 2 tiny studios over here, which are units 14 and 15. They're basically just big enough for a full bed and a microwave with a smart TV mounted on the wall. So that's going to be your single people coming in for a few days. They have higher turnover, lower length of stays, lower nightly rates, but it still allows us to capture a portion of the market and to have our overall occupancy higher, and allows us to fill those single days by messing with our pricing on Price Lab that we use, so we can look at our our 7-day and our 30-day occupancy to adjust prices and get those rooms filled up. And actually, over at Bahama Breeze, we have 2 of those that are exactly the same. They're just big enough for a full bed and a little kind of coffee bar and mini fridge, and they actually rent pretty well because the nightly prices are lower, so they fill up before the other hotels and things like that around fill up. So last thing is we got our office over here, which is really our staging area for all our deliveries. Once we get all the stuff out of there, that's where our property manager and assistant property manager will hang out. It's all going to be contactless, so people aren't going to check in at the front desk. It'll be all on smartphone, Airbnb app, the direct booking website. They'll be on site for any issues that pop up. And then we have our swamp over here. No alligators in it, thankfully, but we got the power off, so we can't have a pump running. So it's just kind of filled up with green water. So another thing that we got to get done by the end of March. So that is a quick overview of Seafoam Suites. Let me know what you guys think about it, questions in the comments.